second only to the very popular VW Polo Vivo. This is the number 2 best-selling passenger car in the country. I know, Suzuki's come a long way from just being known as the brand that makes motorbikes. And it won't be long at this rate before it becomes the number 1 best-selling passenger car. So in this review, we'll take a look at the Swift and try to find reasons why people are buying them so much. Probably the price. Yes, it's the price. We'll discuss its practicality, the cost of ownership. So let's get started. As I mentioned, the price is one of the reasons why the Swift is so popular. The GA model starts at 194,900 Rand. Now its competition, the Kia Picanto, starts at just under 210,000 Rand. The Grand i10 starts at just under 215,000 Rand. The Ford Figo is gone. The Toyota Agya, we won't mention it in this review. So in terms of pricing, the Suzuki Swift already undercuts the competition. It's cheaper than all of them. And yet, in terms of space and practicality, it is much bigger. So Suzuki has a winning formula, which is very difficult to ignore given how expensive cars are these days. Not cars, everything is expensive these days. So people are just trying to save where they can, and if you can find a car that starts at under 195,000 Rand and you earn 20,000 Rand or less, most likely you're going to look at the Swift. Speaking of looking at the Swift, did you know that sticker, the alloy wheels and the sun visor are all things you do at Suzuki? Yes, you can spec your Suzuki at Suzuki. It's even there on the website. So if you want your GL model to look a little different from the others and you don't want the wheel caps, there you go. It's under accessorize your Swift. There's door visors, blacked out wheel caps, spoilers. There's a whole bunch of stuff there. Stickers, but most people prefer not to. But if you want to, the option is there. So apart from the Swift Sport, there are 3 models. There is the entry-level GA, the GL, and the GLX. I don't recommend the GA, so in this review, we'll be looking at the GL model. What you're looking at right now is the Swift doing donuts. Okay, it's driving around in a very big circle very slowly, but my point is this is a very fun car to drive. Yes, wind from trucks will shake you on the highway, but for the most part, especially for city driving, it's okay. But if you want more speed and you want to do donuts, get this. That M8 competition is over 3.4 million Rand. You could buy 16 Suzuki Swift GL models with that kind of money. My point in all this is it's a budget car. For a budget car, the Swift is perfect. Apart from the Swift Sport, all Swift models come with a 1.2-liter engine which produces 61 kilowatts and 130 Newton meters of torque. And as you can see on your screen, the GL model comes with, I kid you not, this is actually on the website, an audio system equipped with an AM/FM radio and CD player. I don't know what else a radio would do besides AM and FM, but you get that nice integrated radio, which will also give you the opportunity to look through your old CDs, find your old Celine Dion, Westlife, Backstreet Boys, Bob Marley, Buffalo Soldier, those type of CDs, and listen to them as you drive to work. Let me know in the comments, do you still have CDs from back then, or you still buy CDs? I don't know, but Suzuki thinks you do. Coming to your front seats, there's one thing you need to know about the GA and GL models is that the seat is not height adjustable. So you find it as it is. You can only move it forward and back. So irrespective of how you feel, you must be comfortable. By the way, the steering wheel also gets Bluetooth and audio controls, which you don't get in the GA model. So because the cost of living is so high, a lot of people carpool these days. Say you work in the same area or in the same company, you take 2 or 3 of your friends or your neighbors and you all travel to work with your car this week, their car next week, or if they have no car, they give you money. Personally, I hate carpooling because sometimes after work, maybe I want to go buy McFlurry in the opposite direction or something. But people are doing it. If you are doing it, the legroom is decent and it should be enough to fit people in the back. Coming to your boot, the Suzuki Swift has a 268-liter boot. And you also get a space saver spare wheel in case of an emergency. Believe it or not, the boot you get in the Suzuki Swift is actually bigger than the boot you get in the Ford Everest. Okay, that's if all 7 seats are up, but it's still pretty impressive. Now, if you haven't seen my Ford Everest review, I'll leave a link in the description. By the way, you can support local YouTube by liking this video and subscribing. On to our cost of ownership. The Swift GL starts at 212,900 Rand. On finance, that is 4,052 Rand over 6 years at 11% interest. And if you were to fill it up at the current fuel price, you'd pay 792 Rand because it has a 37-liter fuel tank. And if you're new to the channel, I use one full tank because I don't know how many full tanks you'll need. So if you know you drive a lot, you can add 2 full tanks, 3 full tanks, it's all up to you. Our insurance premium estimate is 1,200 Rand, and that brings our total cost of ownership to 6,044 Rand. Let me not assume everyone knows the difference between the GA and GL. This one has fog lamps, that's the GL. GA doesn't have fog lamps. GL has indicators on the mirror. The GL, GL, you get the one with less things is the cheaper one. And just in case you want to go buy yourself a Suzuki, what you're looking at now is the cheaper one, the GA model. It has no buttons on the steering wheel. It doesn't even get an integrated radio. That radio you see over there is one they can add for you. I don't know if it's an extra or you pay, but otherwise it would come like this with that hole over there. So yeah, that's not the one I'm going to recommend. Rather get yourself the middle one, which is the GL model. It has the integrated radio and buttons on the steering wheel, and this is the top spec GLX model, which has the 7-inch infotainment screen. So if you can't tell them apart from the outside, this should help you tell them apart from the inside. And finally, we have the Sport. If you haven't seen my full review of it, I'll leave a link in the description. But I'd personally love to own this car. I really would. And speaking of owning this car, if you'd love to watch a review from someone who actually owns a Suzuki Swift, please check out Ember Coom's review. He did a full in-depth review of the Suzuki Swift. If I missed anything, trust me, he covered it. I'll leave a link in the description. Muzi has already done several videos on the Swift. By the way, if you haven't seen his interview with David Mashabela, after this video, quickly go over there and watch it. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't liked, please like. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? We're almost at 11,000 subscribers, so the 11,000 subscriber special is coming. I have a very good one for you this time. Anyway, support local YouTube, guys. It's the right thing to do. Until the next one, take care.